Hi beautiful souls, welcome to my Thursday night, you're the Miracle FM. And tonight I want to take you through a journey where you learn to tune back into the witness or the observer. Because there's so much going on around us that sometimes it pulls us in and we lose our clarity. And tonight I was reminded of a little story about a monk who was called to a village that was in trouble. And all the monk did in the end, he sat outside the village, maybe on a hillside or something, and he became the observer. So he started to look at and witness what was going on inside the village, where the trouble was, but he didn't do anything. He simply remained in the same spot, and at the end of the night he went home and the trouble was gone. The trouble in the village was completely gone and they had peace. So I just want to remind all of us tonight, including especially myself, the importance sometimes of doing nothing, right? Not picking at the scab, not interfering, and sitting back. The power actually of sitting back and sitting in your own enormous potential without jumping out of your skin and reacting to what's going on around us. And I think for each of us, as well as for planet Earth, this might be the most valuable thing to tune into the potential for massive healing, massive transformation by sitting back and doing nothing and being like the monk, being the observer, being the witness, and holding that space for whatever is going on in our beautiful planet and preparing for the next chapter of our lives and collectively as well. And I also wanted to share the story about how a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. So I did some research on that today because it's fascinating. So the caterpillar, which is just a little grub actually, it starts to grow and it eats, and it's kind of in the end is so big that he or she doesn't fit inside her skin anymore. So it's time for transformation. And that's a little bit like what we're going through at the moment in our universe. Old structures don't work for us anymore. And even now the way we used to behave and think doesn't really bring out the best in us or in the situation anymore. And so it's like we've reached maximum capacity in old way of living, and it's time for us to become the new being so we can live in the new earth. And but for the caterpillar to do that, what triggers it is a hormone. So a hormone is released inside its body, and the grub starts to hang upside down, which is funny when you think about it, upside down on a branch or on a leaf. And then the process of transformation or metamorphing starts. And it's actually, when you look it up, it's really, really cruel and gruesome even, because basically the little grub's body turns into goo. So it creates a bit of a cocoon, as you know, and which is actually a bit like Mother Nature has said to us. We have to go into our bedroom like COVID-19 right now. Stay at home, stay in your room, don't hang out with anybody. It's like we've been naughty kids and the universe has put us in our bedroom to think about our behavior, you could say. So that's a bit like the butterfly, the grub, I should say, being locked away inside the cocoon, and then an enzyme is released, and all the cells of the little body start to self-destruct. And basically the grub turns into soup, like a little cocoon, except for a few parts, like maybe that it's like the spine or something, a few discs that remain. And then inside that soup other hormones are being released, and then suddenly the butterfly body starts to appear. So like the wings grow, the antennas grow, and the little butterfly body starts to take shape, all inside the cocoon. So I think maybe collectively, but we might be at that point where the old world as we know it is gone, and we're living in a bit of a soup now. We're hanging upside down, it's messy on the inside, and there isn't really much left for us to hang on to. So it's good to remember, that's why I'm telling you this story, that everything is on track. Everything is on track, nothing needs to change, everything is going according to plan. We're being supported by the divine light and love and unity, and we're all going through this together. We're all at different stages of awakening, and that's the beautiful part. So I'm here to tell you to not give up, because imagine if the grub, the caterpillar, thought, oh no, I can't do it. Well, it's going to die anyway, isn't it? So it turns into some sort of goo, and then the butterfly body starts to form. And then, and actually then that's not the end of the story, because then it still has to get outside the cocoon that it's formed. So then it has to release another enzyme, and then the butterfly has a big struggle getting out. But apparently that struggle is totally necessary, because if you came along and opened the cocoon and you think now the butterfly is going to fly away, set it free, it's actually going to die, because that struggle activates the wings so that it exercises the wings and sets it up so the butterfly can fly. And then once it leaves the cocoon, it still can't fly straight away. It actually needs to rest for a little while, and it needs to catch its breath, and once it's rested and all that's behind it, it can literally fly off into the horizon and enjoy its new existence. Which, by the way, if you think of a butterfly and a grub, they're like extreme opposites of each other, right? And so it's like that whole being has been turned inside out and turned into something beautiful. And that's what I feel, there's a really good analogy of what we're going through at the moment, and it's actually very intense. And for the butterfly, the last stages actually happen really fast, so where it's just left as a little bit of a soup to where it turns into a butterfly, that happens really, really quick. So quick that it's like quite incredible. And so I think we're all impatient because we want to get back to how things were. Everything that we took for granted, it's sort of gone, and I guess it's not going to come back. But the message is there is something much better. Just imagine that you're going to grow wings, and you'll be able to do things that you can't even fathom out yet, you can't even dream of yet. Like your potential is going to be so incredible. And so tonight I just want you to remember that this is a process of awakening. It's messy, it's painful, it's completely disorientating, and we're all doing it at our own pace. So we also get triggered by each other's slowness, or maybe some people are going too fast, and so the thing is, turn towards the observer. Become the observer in your own process, right, of what's going on. Because in amongst all of this, the part that's in control, the part that never changes, is your true essence or your presence. So I want to do a quick meditation together to just go back to basics. I haven't done a meditation on this channel for a few weeks now, so I thought I might go back to basics and help you to tune in to a place where everything is safe, secure and peaceful. I'm here with my cat. My cat sleeps all day, and so it's like, well, the universe can do its own thing, that's what he thinks, but I'm gonna not be bothered by it, and the world is still going on for rest as my cat. So let's tune into the observer or the witness that's inside your body, that's witnessing everything, and it's not really getting involved. It's like, I sometimes explain it as like this part of you that's always still, it's always present, it's always been here, it always will be here, even after you leave your body, when you step out of your alien skin. And then there is the personality or the ego. Let's say it's me, it's Grada, the separate self that kind of goes up and down, so you feel fearful, then you feel excited, and so on, impatient, patient, and so on. So these two parts of us need to meet several times during the day. In fact, the more often these two parts come together, the better you feel inside your body, and you're not really affected so much by your outside circumstances. So just take a beautiful deep breath into your body, all the way into your belly, and out. And as you're breathing out, it's like all those stresses evaporate, they don't matter. And just breathe into your body again, all the way into your belly, gravitating into Mother Earth. And it's almost like you are now waist deep into the earth. That's how solid it feels. Just enjoy that feeling of being firmly connected. Now take your attention further back, towards the back of your being, towards the back of your skull. And just imagine if you were the caterpillar that's dissolving, and yet there's always a little bit of its spine left that doesn't change, that's floating around in the soup. So just take your attention all the way back to the back of your head. And become very still. And just start to feel really, really deeply settled. Everything is going according to divine timing. Timing is right. It's all part of the journey. And now drop into your heart center. Drop into your own beautiful heart. And then take your attention towards the back, towards that spine. And breathe in. If you can imagine liquid gold coming through from, say, Father Sky or the cosmos. The cosmic energy flows through your spine and dropping into your heart, into the back of your heart. And it feels very calm in there. And the observer knows that everything is going according to a divine plan. That's perfect. You are perfect. Nothing needs to change. Doesn't matter where you are. You're being looked after and supported. And you're given what you need right now to transform and to awaken. And then last, just drop into your attention all the way into your sacral area, into your pelvic bowl. And that's really, during the day when the rubber hits the road, you could say that's where your attention needs to stay focused, like back into your body and further down, where it feels real solid and safe and secure. And that's the place where you receive, where the divine energy, when it flows through you, through the back of your body, through that channel, where it anchors in to your being. That's like where that still part is. So just see if you can drop all the way down into that part and follow your breath if you're struggling with it. And if you have any anxieties or worries, or confusion. Just watch it kind of drop down, further down. And it simply drops into your pelvic bowl, and then it's transformed into positive energy, into calm, stillness, unshakable peacefulness. It's all happening down in there, and it's happening for you. Just remember, you chose to be here at this time in the history of our beautiful planet, and also you've been chosen to be here right now, to witness what's going on in our world. And your light is important. You're a being of light with your own, you're a beautiful light globe, and just keep hooking into that light globe, into your own beautiful light, because it's important. It's what collectively what we need to ease us into the next chapter of our history. So it's about looking after yourself, because that's the only thing that you can do that's most important. Just bringing yourself back into your own center, back into alignment, enjoying where you're at, even if you feel like your life's turned into goo or soup and you don't recognize what's going on. It's still all happening on track, and nothing needs to change, right? So when you feel yourself getting caught up into it, just bring yourself back. So I really want to thank you for tuning in again, everyone, Elizabeth and Debbie and everyone else. I can't really see properly right now, but thanks for tuning in and being here, and keep doing what you're doing. Keep loving your beautiful being. You're dropping into your heart, looking after your body, rest plenty and drink up and have your salt water, and enjoy this part of the journey. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. Big love to you all. Bye bye.